Well, starting with new information after the State Department of Corrections finalized and implemented an updated protocol allowing for death row sentences to be carried out. This all stems from the 2024 second special legislative session, which was primarily focused on crime. House Bill 6, now Act 5 from that session, allowed for executions to take place through nitrogen hypoxia through bipartisan legislation. The state has not held an execution since 2010. Monday, Rapides District Attorney Philip Terrell announced a death warrant for Larry Roy, a double murderer who was unanimously sentenced to death in 1990s.
In that particular case, there were two children who had their throats cut who survived the attack. They've been waiting for justice for a very long time. We now have new leadership in the governor's office and the attorney general's office, and we intend to see that justice is carried out for the victims of some, the most heinous crimes that have been committed in this state.
Attorney General Murrill says she expects Darrell James Robinson's execution to take place as well. Larry Roy's execution is set to take place on March 19 between 6 and 9 p.m. For more on the death warrant obtained by DA Terrell, head to our website.